2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hello and welcome back to Teaching Crypto. Huge news today, Voyagers. For those of you out there waiting for this day, the day has come. Before we get started, please hit that like. Please smash that subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost to 400. We're pushing towards 500 and on to 1,000. And you are helping us out a ton. Today, the day we've all been waiting for. Judge Michael Wiles approves the $1.3 billion sale of Voyager Digital's assets to Binance.us. Now, there may still be some regulatory hurdles to clear. Voyager can still back out. They have 4 weeks to review Binance.us's commitments, their regulatory compliance, and their security. So there's still 4 weeks for Voyager to pull out. Also, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., the CFI-US, is investigating the national security risks associated with Binance investment in Voyager. However, the judge has approved the sale and basically told the SEC, the FTC, and all these other states that had objections to just go away. He either said that their arguments were not strong enough or that they were going to unnecessarily bog down the proceedings and that it was unacceptable. And quite frankly, he told the SEC that they can't come and say that something might be possibly, maybe one day illegal, but not give any framework to show how it might be illegal and not give any timeline for when they might be able to tell him whether or not it's illegal. And he can't put this into a regulatory deep freeze to wait on them. So it's their fault for waiting until the last minute and not having any framework for the legality of crypto and whatever else. So he basically told them they're out of luck. The Department of Justice, however, is considering an appeal. That has yet to be, clarified, but we will keep you updated on that. As of right now, this sale is about $100 million more than the self-liquidation, the toggle option. And Voyagers can expect somewhere between 51 and 73%. Now, a lot of publications are reporting 73%. They're just reporting the high end. There are still problems here. Voyager has agreed to reserve $445 million in case of a loss to FTX in court. Now, it's our position here on Teaching Crypto that FTX was loaning out FTX tokens, which were worthless, and you can't get back nothing if you lent out nothing. However, that's going to have to be hashed out in court, and Voyager is going to have to reserve that $445 million until that is figured out. Just one more note when it comes to Binance.us and the national security concerns. Binance.us is a separate entity from Binance. And so national security concerns will have to surround Binance.us and their use of information and things like that. So I'm interested to see where the CFI-US is going with this. I'm interested to see where the Department of Justice is going with this, because as of now, that looks like the only two things that may have a chance of holding this up, aside from Voyager themselves pulling out of the deal. Now, there are some interesting things to note from the court hearings today, day 4. Let me flip through my notes here. Now, Voyager customers will have 2 weeks to opt out of transfer of personal info to Binance. And that means, and Binance wants photo, bank info, address, social security number. They want KYC information. And this deal will allow customers the option to get out of that, to not transfer their information over. Now, how that affects them As far as getting their money back, I'm not sure, but those of people who are concerned about privacy, that can be a big deal. Additionally, if you want to make sure that you get your money, you can go through with the process of getting a Binance.us account, but then you can request after the fact, once the account is created and your money has been moved over, you can request that they delete your personal information and your personal data after the account has been created. So that is something that should make everyone happy, that even after you've begun trading, begun working, you can go ahead and have your information taken off of that platform. Another interesting note, the judge made it clear that no one is going to go to jail, no one's going to be sued over the Binance deal. Now, that is not a release of everyone from liability. There's still a chance that the customers could come back and say that they were misled, that they were lied to, that Steve going on to a Twitter space and saying that this was absolutely your crypto and you had your own private wallet, and then turning around and we're all in bankruptcy and we don't have access to these. Those kinds of things can still be litigated. So do not get that confused. The judge saying that this deal can't be litigated, meaning that the SEC, the FTC, the Department of Justice, unless they're appealing, they can't come back and say anything that with this deal is illegal once it's finalized. But that does not release Steve, the team, Voyager as a company from liability or from being sued at a later date. So that is all I have for you today. I know that AZ Crypto is chomping at the bit to get on this one. I know he's going to have more information. He's going to get on tomorrow when his internet is back on track. I'd like to thank Spectrum for keeping us off a 2-man live stream tonight. But he will be back with you tomorrow. He's going to maybe give a rebuttal, maybe disagree with some of the things that I say. That's one of the great things about our show. But he is going to have something for you tomorrow, and we will be back with our 2-man live stream on Thursday. And thank you, everybody, for listening and watching tonight, and I hope you have a great night, and keep it locked here on Teaching Crypto. See ya.